Morning, Bama. You beat me to even having the stream up to where I could say morning. It's impressive. That is impressive. Let me get this shared out real quick. We'll talk about some stuff here in just a second. Apparently, I'm having problems, walking and chewing gum right now. It's one of those mornings. Yeah, for my dogs right now, their whole day is getting thrown off because Mama had to get up early, which is why I'm running a little late. Like, anytime something different changes in the household, all of a sudden throws everything off, like everything. So the dogs' routines, they're all jacked up on Mountain Dew. It's kind of funny. Kind of funny. So, yeah. You're probably going to hear the Bark Squad a little bit. Then I was up and down last night. I think I ate too much during Easter, which too much for me isn't too much for most people. I do a lot of intermittent fasting and now but I ate way more than I normally eat. And my body did not like it. It didn't like it one bit. How was your Easter? I'll go over, I'll show you guys some stuff. Then we'll talk about some other cool stuff. So JP, when he uploaded his character, he put the word modded, and at first he had the word glitched in another one. Oh, there you go. God, that sounds like a good day. I love I love smoking ribs. I have this thing and it takes me all day to make ribs, but it's so worth it. Like they're not barbecue style, like barbecue competition style because you could literally pull the bone out and the bone will be clean. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, if you look at this, since we started doing our stuff, Kylie's got like 35 downloads now. Shade's got 30 downloads. Allison 27. You'll see some people jump up. Blackheart 24. Isabella or Isabel La. I was right the first time. 21. Witcher 18. She's jumped up. Blaze has jumped up to 18. Rowdy. These are the ones that like last year, Dragonoff and Recon, but this year just nobody was downloading them. Well, look at this. Now 17 downloads for Rowdy, 16 for Dragonoff. Miss Nightmare now has 15, and she barely had one when we started doing these Ka shorts, like the created wrestler showcase shorts. The other shade, 14 or 15, 14 for Recon. Phoenix has jumped up to 14. Judge Julie Justice. So yeah, I think by putting it in there and letting people know that these things are here. Hey, morning, Sentinel. Welcome to the stream, brother. Oh, mine's down. Mine's down there too. But yeah, if you go look, so now we have 2 pages that are over 10. Before we didn't even have 1 page. So 10 all the way to here. But look, there's one of the Bama guys right there with 9. Maybe it's another one that you normally get a bunch of downloads on. So's G. G's normally 1 too. Sixes. But now all this means for like you, Terrafill, and Max. Max is normally 2. You have more than Max. And Rebecca. Rebecca's another one. Normally has a lot more. So all I have to do is go in. Now that there's a lot more focus on this, take you guys down and then re-upload you. But do it one at a time. If I did it one at a time, you'll get a lot more downloads. I had to do it to me, but like, so I had 1 also. So I've just been doing it to people. I've been waiting to see, so I've been testing some things. So that's interesting. Then when you look at what's been going on with these shorts, before I used to release these like little shorts. I released a couple with Witcher, a couple with Jane. Barely got 20 views, right? So I was like, huh, I guess wrestling shorts just aren't going to do well. That's why when 2K23 came out, I didn't release any shorts really. And then Witcher was like, hey, why don't you do like some cost showcases? I'm like, I guess I could try. So when I released Paul, this is what changed everything. When I released Paul, Paul got like just over 150 views, and I was like, I mean, that's good. And I'm like, okay. The next one though, Miss Nightmare, to this day only has 49. It's the worst one yet. So I was like, huh, maybe they're not going to do good. And then it was the next one that we released that made me realize it was Kamikaze Von Doom. All of a sudden, he took off and it was at 300 plus. And I was like, holy Moses, okay. So then I released Jane, and Jane, a couple hundred views, right? And I was like, still, but didn't initially outdo Kamikaze Von Doom. Then I released Judge Julie Justice. She got like 400 or 500 views. I was like, okay, here we go. Terrafill got a couple hundred. It was like 178 views at the time. Witcher got a few hundred views. Then right before I released, no. Then Father Time got a couple hundred. McWayne though took off and got over 600 views. But right before that happened, 15 minutes before his release, I didn't realize this was going on. Jane's video took off and got 670 something plus views. Then right behind her, Wayne got just up over 700. So what's been going on is not sometimes, all the time, the videos behind, except for Miss Nightmare and except for Witcher. Those two haven't never taken off again. But they all have like their initial surge where they're like, and then there's a secondary surge almost 24 hours later. It's 23 hours and some change later. Takes off. So yesterday, Milkman did it, and he's up over 1,100. SC Jutman's over 1,800 views. Cecil yesterday in the first hour was over 1,700 views, 1,712 views. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Strudel got 178, but either him or Blackheart is going to take off today. Blackheart got like 230 views. Today at 8:30, Bama Yours releases. You're at 8:30. Danny Lads is at noon, and then T Jones is at 4:30. So those are the three that are released today. And about at 4, another one will take off. One of the ones yesterday will take off like an hour, 23 and a half hours later from the release time, it'll take off. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what they're doing. And it's starting to bring in more subscribers. Like our shorts is what really brings in the subscribers. The things that gives us like the most watch hours. I talk about the views, but the views aren't as important. It just shows though, like on the shorts, it's important. That's one of the things that's counted. But for the channel, it's watch hours and subscribers. Like we have to get to the subscribers. I know other people made like $500, 500 subscriber posts on everything, and I'd love it, but it's not the goal. It's a great milestone, though. Like I can't believe we did it. Like it's it seems surreal to me. Like the whole thing. Like if we talk about, I know you guys. I don't even know if you guys care about any of this stuff. Like this shows you like my geek side. Like I love data. So the thing that kind of keeps me going is looking at the data, and it doesn't matter the number and the things, but the number and the things are like mind-boggling to me right now. Last 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 year we had just over 17,000 total views. We had 2,900 watch hours, which was the most ever. Like just I was blown away by all of it. Seriously, I was actually not going to do my channel anymore. I wasn't even going to do YouTube anymore, and that's why I was streaming on GC Rock's TSW channel, right? It's like, I'll help that and we'll do that. Then something happened on that channel and completely innocent. Like I even knew it at the time, but it just rubbed me the wrong way. I talked to Jane about it, and and I said, look, there's nothing malicious about it. Like this guy that said what he said is it didn't even mean it malicious. However, I was just like, it was almost like the kick of the pants that I needed. And someday I'll tell you the story when we get there. I don't want it to come from a weird place, right? On why we're doing this now. And so then all of a sudden, and all of you noticed, all of a sudden I stopped streaming on that channel, and then we're only streaming on this channel. And a bunch of you were like, "Oh man, you're not streaming over there anymore." And that wasn't my intent to not like never stream over there anymore. But I was like, "No, I think we're gonna give this a run." I had that second channel, and I stopped on the second channel too. One, I can't figure out how to get Jane on the channel, numero uno. But then I started thinking, and I talked to Jane about this, and I was like, "Hey, it doesn't make sense to do two channels right now. Someday it will. Today it doesn't, though. We haven't even got one of our channels going. So let's get one of our channels going. Once we build the community in one of our channels, I think it works for both of us, right? We can then and not make the second Fun with Totes and Jane channel. Build Jane's channel. You know what I mean? And we'll have the Fun with Totes and Jane channel eventually too. At some point, we can't do all the content on one channel. The only person I've ever seen that work for is the Rad Brad, and I think it only worked because he had millions of subscribers, and now it doesn't matter. Like he doesn't need the YouTube algorithm to help him out. You know what I mean? Whereas we very much do. Now that's not going to determine what we do right now, but someday I'm sure it will. So, but yeah, that gave us the kick in the pants to do the thing. So anyway, 17,000 views last year. We grew by 36 subscribers, which is crazy. I mean, because we only had like three, really it was two something at the time. Actually, it was like 239, and so 136 subscribers like that. If you put that into context, that's crazy for us. That's that's crazy good growth, right? And I'm like, man, any company would take that kind of growth. Now it's not overnight like everybody wants. I want the 1,000 subscribers and get it overnight, right? But you guys probably would much rather me be doing something else than just talking about this stuff, I'm sure. But um, anyway, in the last 90 days, just the last 90 days, it's not even all of 2023. Like all of 2023, it's even crazier. But just the last 90 days. Let me tell you the stats for those three things. And this is absolutely mind blowing. And we might be getting a partnership, a kind of a partnership here in the next couple months. That's why I was really looking at a lot of this stuff and talking with somebody about this. Um, if that happens on the wrestling side, it would be huge growth. It'd be crazy, honestly. I'll tell you about that after we talk these numbers. But in the last 90 days, 17,000 views last year, like 17,281, something like that. 82,341 views. That's nuts. Hey, welcome to the stream, Angel. I'm just letting that sink in. Like, even for me, 17,000 total views last year, smashed every record on the channel. Every year on the channel, didn't even come close. I think the closest year was 6,600 views one time, and most of the time it was like 1,200. 82,000 views. 82,341. That's not all of 2023 even. That's 90 days. That's crazy. This is all of us. This isn't like, oh, Totes went out and did this thing. This is all of us here. Like, we're building. This is why I say it quite a bit that we outdo channels that have 4,000 subscribers. We do. It's nuts. It's you guys that do this. Watch hours, 2,900, just over 2,900 watch hours, smashed every record. Never even had over 1,000 watch hours on the channel, right? 2,900 watch hours. I was blown away at the end of last year. I was just like, God, I can't even believe it. The last 90 days, 2,173.7 watch hours. 2,900 for 12 months. The last 3 months from today, 21,730 or 2173.7, 2,173.7. That's crazy. Hey, what's going on, McWayne? Welcome to the stream, brother. Just talking about some things like interesting statistics. Last year, 136 subscribers. Crazy growth. Like, didn't quite break records because I did a bad thing one time, but it should have been what was record breaking. I did a bad thing like long before. One day, I'll tell the whole story. So I actually quit YouTube for a little while to try to fix what I did. Like, don't ever do sub for sub. That's what we did, right? It doesn't work, and it's dumb. Like, I could tell you, it's just dumb. You want people like us, people that want to be here watching your content, doing the thing, right? You do sub for sub, it just skews your numbers, so you have more subs, right? But you don't have any more watch hours or watch time or whatever, and the YouTube algorithm knows that and punishes the heck out of you for it. So, subscribers, just the last 90 days, 136 last year. Last 90 days, 112. This year, it's over 100 and because that's not counting January. So add another 37 to that. That means we're more subscribers this year in the first this year in the first 4 months than all of last year. It's crazy, guys. Like, it's crazy, and a lot of this stuff is you guys getting out and sharing the videos and sharing the stuff and telling people, and like, it's not totes up here like, oh, I did the thing. I didn't do the thing. we, I feel like a lot of times, especially with like this content, like with the wrestling content, I feel like we are producing content together. That's what I feel like. That's that's part of the reason why, like I say all the time, like we're this is different. This is different than anything I see on YouTube. You guys have input on doing it. I have input on doing it. We all have input on doing it. You know, it's just crazy. Hey, what's going on, Rowdy? Welcome to the stream, brother. Yeah, see, that's I see the same thing. And here's what's crazy. How many communities are you a part of right now that you were honestly, all of you guys were in the first 300 subscribers on this channel. All of you. Like how many were in the first 500? Like that's crazy. It just blows me away. It's unbelievable. Yeah, no, that you know what? So this I'm so glad McWayne brought this up because this is no joke. I tell people all the time, I said, I think I figured it out. Like it's always going to change, right? Like things are going to move and change, but we could take three channels, my channel and Danny Ladd's and McWayne. Take those three channels. Danny had slightly more subscribers than I did. And I mean by 10 at one point, right? And I kind of slacked off. And Danny was the first one where he started just every day or every chance he could, like very consistently doing things. Next thing you know, he's up over 500, 600, you know, crazy. And I see it and I'm like, huh, so it can be done. McWayne, I had way more subscribers than McWayne. Matter of fact, I had like, that's probably at 300. McWayne was at 0. Then McWayne decided, I'm going to start doing the thing. And then he starts doing it and he's consistent. Next thing you know, he's got 500 subscribers. I'm still at 3 something right at the time. And I'm like, you know what? What we have to do on this, because I can't do wrestling every day. Because of what we do, the way wrestling is, it's so different, right? So I can't be yelling and doing things like 5 o'clock in the morning. So we have to do other things, other content in the morning, which is perfect for us. Because then we can do the fun with Totes and Jane stuff. I could do some solo stories when Jane can do it that we could jump on and we can still do the survivals. We could do the division stuff. We could do, but we can consistently stream in the morning. And then I told one of my buddies, this is back in December, I said, hey, if you're already doing something, he has a way different channel than I do. Matter of fact, it's my neighbor, couple houses down. I have more subscribers than him by like 200. Like he's got 100 something subscribers. I said, I see what you're doing. Why don't you do what you're doing, but release it at set times? Like don't just release it all willy-nilly. If you're going to release one video a day, release that video at one of these time slots. And I gave him 3 time slots. I said, just do that. So what he did, unbeknownst to me, started making content and releasing 3 videos a day. Now he figured something out that won't work for us. That won't build the kind of community we want to build, but it works for him. So he does that. He's over 1,000 subscribers already. And what he did was release one video a day. It takes like 5 minutes. Like that's why like we're not doing the same thing. And he's not a gamer. Um, but he started releasing these videos and growth, boom, explodes. And I'm like, it's inspiring because I'm like, that's cool. If we keep doing what we're doing, hey, what's going on, Jade? Welcome to the stream. Is that so? Anyway, he does that thing, right? But he did it, started doing it on these time slots. I'm like, man. Well, then all of a sudden my work gets busy and I've got to travel and start doing all the things. And I stopped doing it. And then my channel was like Still growing a little bit, right? But it's so now from Tuesday to Saturday, I'll be in Chicago. You're going to see more content than you typically ever see on the channel. It's already scheduled to release. Like it's already been done. It's already uploaded. And then I put out the community post to let you guys know this is the times, right? So my shorts release at 3 time spots a day. Um, hopefully we can keep that up. That'd be super cool. And now we're going to have some like preseason matches for season 4, just something like wet our whistle. We're going to do some stuff here too this morning because we're almost there on the creation end of the stream. So it's very, very crazy. Yeah, what's funny, so I almost said it earlier, but the shorts on the channel bring in the new subscribers and the new viewers. Like that's the easiest way. It's almost a thing that's advertising the channel and getting it out there, those shorts. That's why I tell you guys, it's super important. If in the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you can get on and share those shorts, it's more important than even these streams. Those shorts kind of blow up. That starts bringing in the new people, and then the new people see that we go live, and then they start joining. You know what I mean? So it's this thing, it's this formula, and then now I've showed you in the numbers. It's like it's starting to work, and for some reason, YouTube likes it. I don't know what the algorithm does. Like, right? I don't pay that much attention to it, but I do like data, and I like the numbers, and I only watch them because if if getting 10 views is normal, right? And all of a sudden we're consistently getting 5 views, I'm doing something that people don't like. It doesn't matter what the number is, but whatever the norm is, if that's what it's doing, or if it goes above it, like for instance, The Last of Us, I can look at the patterns and be like, hmm, I guess YouTube is starving right now for like this content here, and I'm starting to fill that space, and so I'll do more of that type of content. You know what I mean? So, oh, so I'm in Chicago now every other week. Like, yeah, that deep dish pizza. If you guys haven't had authentic, like Chicago style pizza, I haven't been to Chicago until I think it was like last year. Never had Chicago style pizza. I just thought it was like whatever, New York style, Chicago style, whatever. Screw off. Pizza's pizza. No, it is not. Chicago style pizza is on another level. If you're by yourself, order a small, you throw a lot of it away. It's like this deep. It's like a pie. It's like there's very little crust, but the crust is like chewy. It's very good. It's a lot of mozzarella and the toppings. Anyway, it's delicious. If you ever want to just like really jack up your stuff, do that. Now, my buddies down the road, never been to Chicago, but they order the frozen from Lou Maldonati's. So you can go on Lou Maldonati's, go onto his website. You can actually order authentic Chicago pizza. They flash freeze it. You get it back to the house. You can throw it in the oven. And they said it's really, really good. So, I mean, they are food snobs. You know, they're not like they don't eat frozen dinners for a living. Like they eat very good food. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Now we don't do it because my wife's gluten intolerant. So like she can't have it. So I would do it, but just doesn't make sense for us to do it. And then I travel to Chicago back and forth, right? So have you guys seen? Okay, let's get into the game. Let's get like we did the. I'm so glad. Like I don't get to talk to people about this. People don't understand what I'm saying, right? They're like YouTube, and their eyes like glaze over. Sometimes I gotta blah, I gotta get it out. It's very to me, it's very interesting stuff. So yeah, if you guys find it interesting, we could talk about it sometimes. Have you guys seen this championship? Have you seen the new championship we did yesterday? Now we did the Divas Championship, right? Have you seen this championship? This might be. Look at this. I just made this championship yesterday. Like there's some fine details. Now, what I would do is see where it says world. I would take that out and that would be like where Raw or SmackDown or Stampede, like where that logo would go. I haven't seen them. Like I haven't assigned them and seen them come out. Look how the banner, like almost looks like it wraps around, like it was made to go there. Hey, what's going on, Strudel? Welcome to the stream. we can figure that out. Hey, his hair is cut too over last year. Like that was a much more dialed in look. But yeah, we can cut his hair. You thinking medium, short? We can do it right now. That's part of what this stream is. It's an amazing title. I seriously, I think that's about to be our tag team championships. Hey, two guys. We say it about McWayne all the time, but it never gets old. If you haven't gone to McWayne's channel, go over there, subscribe, and do the thing. Same with Strudel. I think everybody here knows Strudel, though. But we do have some newer subscribers. If you like Destiny content, go do that. Me and Strudel actually brought me into TSW. Him and TJ took me under their wing, and we were on a raid team together. That's how I got involved in the TSW community. So it was Strudel teaching me the raid. Then I taught McWayne, and then McWayne took away farther than I've ever, like, I could even imagine. Like, anytime I end up streaming with McWayne's teaching me stuff now, like just stuff I'm like, wow, I didn't even know. Strudel's team, the old school guys, we did it back when the tidal wave was the method, and we still, if we got together, we would do tidal wave in the boomer room. For those of you who know the division, what tidal wave, that's an old method. It takes a lot of coordination though. That's why we do it. Okay, hold on. Let's get into Strudel's hair. This is me trying to remake Walter. Not doing a very good job, though. I like the face scan this year. Like last year, I just didn't like the face scan. So shorter hair, huh? So we won't have to change it there, which is good. Yeah, this almost combines the old look, like the season 1 look, with the better, more. I finally got to do the thing. Like if you read that, it says tap out, but I didn't want it to show. I wanted like the undershorts. Like that's something that's completely different. Okay, hold on. Clothing, we don't need clothing. Appearance. Naked Strudel. Let's put the clothing back on. Hey, we can man bun it. We can do that. We have the technology. You know who that looks like? The face. Almost looks like that angle right there. Almost looks a little bit like Daughtry. Okay, hold on. We gotta find. Now, if we're gonna go shorter hair, I'm gonna show you. There is the newer set of hair always seems to work better. Yeah, most people, I didn't know that if most people would know. Might have to fix the neck tattoo now to something cooler. I've got cooler tattoos we could put there. At the time I didn't. You were one of the kind of early. Oh, okay. What do you think about that? If you wanted a man bun, you wouldn't have got it. Like I can't I can't even picture myself putting man buns on people. What do you think about that? Look at the detail in the hair. That's why I want to do some of these earlier. If we're going to do shorts, some of the earlier haircuts, because they're the newer ones that actually have, they look like hair. Like that to me just looks like hair. Okay, we will go with this one. Is the color right? You want a different color? Hey, what's going on, Eagle? Welcome to the stream, brother. I really enjoy it. Eagle's got a preaching channel. I really like it. Yeah, you couldn't even convince me to do it. Be like, I want a man bun. I'd be like, I want your man card. Like you just give me that. My son has one. After making, he makes fun of them, but I'm like, you've got one. Like you wear one. No, no, no. That's not what this is. Hold on. Let me squint. Nope. Still looks like a man bun. Oh my God, guys! I can't believe we got enough people. I, I'm gonna show you something. You guys like John Wick? I don't even know. Like, I don't even. I could tell you kind of where to go if you guys are interested. Don't know what it costs. So you can see this. That's the coins that John Wick uses to buy stuff in the hotel he stays at. And then remember when they're telling the story about this thing is sharp as heck. Remember where he's like, "Yeah, I know he killed a guy with a pencil." No, literally with the pencil. That's the line. This is a metal pencil. It that is very very sharp. Like it's sharper than any knife I've got. And this particular one is even. They're all like it's hard to see because it's all metal. That's metal. That's copper. This is dipped in acid to make it look like it's got a tip, like a pencil tip. But it is a John Wick pencil. Where he's like, no, he literally killed him with a pencil. No, with a pencil. Yeah. But yeah, pretty cool. Like, got that yesterday. That was my early Christmas present. You can't buy for me. Like, 'cause if I see the thing that I want now, I get it. I don't, I don't need to open up Christmas presents. I love buying people Christmas presents and doing the things like that, but I don't. Comes in this cool case. Looks like a little gun case. Anyway, super cool thing. Okay, back to hair color. Okay, okay. So I don't exactly know where, but here's the clues. So when you order it, it comes with this stuff anyway, and it comes with this is a metal card. It was made by Inky Fish Pig and Tony Gilmore on a date, so it gives you the thing, but it's Spike's EDC Custom Shop. So that's the one thing that we know. Spikes, I'm going to write this in there. Spikes EDC. This is all advertised through word of mouth. So you have to go, I would imagine, their website. But yeah, if they don't do any advertising, you won't see anything about it. How Pops found it, I have no idea. But it, you can't buy for me. Like, you can't buy normal presents for me. Because if it was something normal and I needed it or wanted it, I would just buy it within reason. Obviously, the computer. I've wanted that for a while and haven't bought it, but that's me. That's my own head stuff going on. However, it's on order now. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, but go on their thing, John Wick pencil. They will like they will give you the metal card, like the metal plate. It tells you what serial number, when it was made, what date it was certified, and it's metal card. Super cool. Yeah, but a super cool gift. Like I was like, what do you buy the person you can't buy for? My wife's the same way. Like, so that's the only other thing. I'm like, I have a lot of have a lot of weapons like that. And that thing is a weapon. Like, it is so sharp. So like, it could probably go through bone. I have zero doubt. And it's heavy. It's like solid metal. But yeah, I've got to find a way to display it somehow. That'd be cool. Okay. So what did we determine on the hair? Yeah, see, I will tell you what's funny about okay, color fits, good deal. The next thing is, hopefully Strudel's still here. Um, let's look at this one other thing too. Do you see any of these where you're like, yeah, that's cool? See, some of it goes up too far. Oh, that's interesting. This is how, like, on some of them, almost every one of them has like certain, like, some of them don't make sense. You know what I mean? That's some Illuminati stuff right there. Some of them, like, the idea is something, but then the execution, you're like, no. Oh, we're getting into some cool stuff. I put this on some people because it's more shaven, right? See, that's how you do it. So anything you see that you're like, yeah, maybe we have that, or just nothing. I think if you're a Cowboys fan, this would be a good one. But there's, oh, okay, hold on. Oh, I like this. That doesn't seem like it's too over the top. Like, I don't think Strudel's character is super over the top. For now, let's just put this in, and then let's fix this other thing. That tattoo on the neck is fine because you couldn't really see it, just briefly, so it wasn't. But it becomes an issue when you can see it. So what we need is not a heart. Check the left one. I'll go back. Hold on. Let's find. Because the idea for that tattoo isn't a big thing. It's got to be smaller, but not a heart. Said the heart works if you can't see it. Because all you know is like you just kind of see, oh, there's something there. When you can see it, that doesn't look right at all. I'll check the left one too. We'll go back and check that out. You know what might work though? Okay, I just gotta find it now. I think I got the idea. Some of this stuff I see it, and then I'm like, why did I just do that the first time? Most of the time it's because I didn't have it. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't want it to be a thing. A super, super noticeable thing. Okay, now let's go back. Let's check the design. Okay, so we had this one. So left or right? This is the right one. And this is the left one. Hey, what's going on, City? Welcome to the stream. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, that's the thing I like about like Strudel's outfit. It's not super over the top. All the colors work well together. It looks like a wrestler would wear it, but it's still a little bit flashy, right? It's like a little bit. It's simple, updated, simply updated. That's what I like. Whoa, John Hand, what is going on? I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. So nothing we changed has to change here because you can't see any of it. Yep, this is Strudel. What's going on, Paul? Welcome to the stream, brother. If you guys are interested in super nerdy stuff about the channel, let's go back to the start of this this live stream. I think for the first 30 minutes, all we did was talk stats about the channel. Strudel too. We got to talk sometime. I talked to, well, I didn't talk. We text talked it on, but we got to talk. There's a lot of, it's too much text talking. I'll tell you something. I figured out. Okay, let's do this because I want to see what these new titles look like. So let's go into roster, title management. And I think we only have one team. I only created the Horsemen, and it's got to be Eagle Star and Rowdy for it to work. Okay. Because my camera's there, sometimes I must see where it says accept. Okay. Oh, we're so wrestling in the Mexican Plaza right now. So we need a 2-on-2 match. We're going to put Eagle Star and Totes. That's weird. And Rowdy. We're going to put the titles on the line. See, they're not a tag team, or I would just do it. So, if you guys haven't figured out, wait till you see the new Dave. Look at that. Dave's tattoos. We're going to look at Dave's tattoos after this, or on another level. I need Grady's entrance. That's how I determine, right? Grady might be tagging up. With the Silver and Black Knight. There we go. So let's check out these new tag titles, and we'll also get to see some new entrances. It would never be the Four Horsemen without you and Rowdy. That is faux show. Yeah, they do. It doesn't matter. So I don't know if you guys know this about the game. It doesn't matter what order I put you in. The champs will always come out second. So see how the game, I had them like this, and the game was like, nope, you will do it like this. So yeah, it doesn't. It never matters. Unless it won't switch it if the titles aren't on the line. Like if you're like, no, they're not on the line, it wouldn't switch around. But look at this. You can unlock this by playing through the career mode. And we might play some career mode here in a little bit. If you guys want to see some of it. But the more I see arenas like this, the more I want these to be our arenas. Because then I don't have to worry about the Titantrons. So a slightly new look to the entrance attire. Same idea. But where Angel ended up with the mask last year, and now he comes out with the mask and takes it off. Same with the Silver and Black Knight. He won't have a mask anymore. Or maybe I'll put it back on him, and then somebody can wrestle to try to take it off of him. Yeah, the lock, that's an interesting thing. That's one tough cruiserweight, though. If your cruiserweight can flip that safe. And Grady's look is completely different this year. It's like that. It's like that Chicago mob boss feel. You know what I mean? Like, I'd like it. Grady, Wild Man. He's got the Wild Man shorts or pants on, which is funny. I think it was one of his original pants. And then when season 2 and 3 came out, we switched it up. So interesting. But you look at Grady's character and you look at Simba's character, so different. One like the king, and then Grady's like that hard-nosed working mob boss type, right? But they come together and form American Alpha, and they are a tough tag team. Grady had a lot more face paint on, but see, with this game, we're getting better face scans and more face scans, and so now more of the masks and the paints can come off. And then the 4 horsemen. Look at these title belts. Oh, I already love them. So how the title belts even came around, I saw one of the axes, and then all of a sudden I saw another one. I was like, what if you cross those axes on the title belt? So instead of having the Spartan heads, you had the axes. Let's download them. Well, I downloaded them like a couple weeks ago, and then I forgot about them. I remembered yesterday. Look at those. Oh, I like them. They have kind of that Viking feel. Those are pretty belts.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Undisputed World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 518 pounds.
That's here. It's not the same. I just threw this together to test things. This isn't in our universe.
The 4 Horsemen.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is in the universe. Here, I just look at those belts, though. I like them. And I didn't even use, Rowdy's got a secret attire. I didn't even use the secret attire. The other thing is, like, with the Silver and Black Knight last year, we had a lot of problems with, I just didn't think it all flowed together well. That's why we could never quite get the push going. But now, I think the moves make sense. I think the move set up with the finisher makes sense. So, same with Grady's character. I thought his was a lot better, especially as the year went on, because I kept tweaking and tweaking and tweaking the moves. I seemed to tweak the Silver and Black Knight's moves, and the more I tweaked it, the worse it got. Like, I was just like, I don't know why I can't get this. What in the heck is that? That's the other crazy thing. You'll see a lot different reversals this year. You'll see a lot of different moves, but you'll see the way they do some of these reversals or get in and out of some of these reversals is a lot different, which is cool. It flows better. you'll see when they do this, where you actually have tag teams working together, you'll see for now, and at the beginning you saw it in 2K22, but the problem was as they made more updates, it kind of broke tag teams to where they weren't really coming in and doing things anymore, like where they were coming in and doing the double team moves, or coming in and doing whatever. We've never seen that. We have never seen that before. So you see Grady was moving. Most of the time your guy will just be like, yeah, I played up to the crowd, right? Eagle walked over and punched him, so he dove to tag him in, and Eagle walked over and punched him, so he wasn't allowed to tag. That's genius. That's some Horseman crap right there. Gotta love it. Ooh. So I got to remember to take that out of Grady's arsenal, because that is the boom shakalaka as a normal move. Now Rowdy's bleeding. That's the move that typically sets up. Look at that. Horseman not even messing around. That'll show you how tough Rowdy's signature move was. That was his signature to set up the finisher. Rowdy didn't have to get to the finisher. The Black Knight was like, I'm not even going to go in. But they cut Rowdy open.
And still undisputed World Tag Team Champions, the Four Horsemen.
It's one of the few belts we have right now that actually has graphics. Like those axes are graphics, you know what I mean? So. Yeah, no, like I can, that's a nice thing. Like I've got, when I get the wrestling itch and I got to watch wrestling, I go to Peacock. I was getting to the point where I was actually starting to watch Raws and SmackDowns because now they're doing things that made sense, and but obviously Vince McMahon's back in control of creative. Like it's horrendous. And what's funny, it's not like these aren't smart people. Like it's not like people don't know it, but whatever. Ric Flair does bleed a lot. Yeah, I do too. We're gonna find a way. Like if you look at some of these different arenas, we're gonna find a way to put some of these in. Hold on. Just look at some of the ones that you can unlock. Club UK, here's one that you can unlock. Look at that. You unlock this in the story mode. So that's the Pro Japan, like Japan Dome. God dang it. But the one next to it is the Pro Japan. It's just a gym. There's the mocap ring. Unlock that in the story mode too, along with the Japan ones. I think this is, yeah, that's the one that we're just in, the Mexico Plaza. Yeah, so those are so far, those are the ones that we've unlocked. That's different. Oh, and then of course the BCW. It hasn't got much better from 2K, I think 20. The Stampede Arena? It's hard to see it. We'll do a match. I haven't been able to catch up with Dragunov yet. So let's see, who else do we need? Well, I know we need Kempty, for sure. Let's do Gruning, because Gruning's got a different body type now. I think it fits way more fitting. And then let's do Kempty. Kempty's small. There we go. I don't think we did Kempty. I don't think we created Kempty on stream either. So, Kempty and Gruning. And this will be the Stampede Arena. Gruning was, huh? I could see that. I'm excited to see what new world champions we can create this year, or new just champions in the different divisions. I'm very excited for season 4.
Contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Amsterdam in the Netherlands, weighing in at 302 pounds, Georgie.
To-do list. Your wife. Done. I do gotta change the Georgie thing, though. I keep forgetting about that. God, it's freaky. He does a quick look, and next thing you know, fire's going. I love Gruning's to-do list, though. The thing, too, I like is you can't really see that pyro going off. All it's doing is flashing. So it's like flashing off of the mask and off of him. I think it's a really cool effect.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 229 pounds, Kim T. Watson.
So kind of a new entrance look for Kempty. I couldn't find the old Hit Squad, but somebody will upload it eventually, and when they do, we'll switch out those Hit Squad logos for the other ones, because I like the other ones better. I just haven't been able to find them yet. So somebody uploaded those, and I was like, we could placeholder them. You know what I mean? I haven't actually got to see Kempty in the ring yet, though, so this should be pretty interesting. Yeah, so the other Stampede Arena was one that I had downloaded it also, just to get an idea. So I've got the one too, and then I uploaded it because I wasn't sure that we were going to make it in time, and things were going quick. And then the thing that slowed down our universe from opening up sooner, it would have opened this week. The thing that slowed it down was learning how to fix universe mode. I don't want to do it on stream, like it's too much to do. Now, we did it on the last stream, and I showed you how to do it, but it actually takes quite a few hours. And then to reconstruct everything, it's still not all put together. But I think we could if we had to. We could do a show right now. I could fix probably one or two more things, and bam, we can get the show going. So it is possible, but you see Gruning's body is not as skinny, but he's not as big either. But you could tell he's obviously bigger than Kempty. He is a super heavyweight, but on the lighter side of the super heavyweights. Nice. dog pound. That's cool. That's cool. That's the thing that I kind of wish. I wish all the faction names were like, I wish all the words that could be spoken in the game were one list. And you could use them for championships. You could use them for wrestler names. You could use them for faction names, like tag team names, whatever. But I wish all of them could be used for all of it. That is probably like my one thing. Always logic, right? Wrestler logic. But the very next thing beyond logic would be the spoken words and how they're used. See, it's funny because of Kempty's size, like he's got to be. Look at that. That's a cool move. See, and it would take a move like that. Like if Kempty couldn't lift him up. Yeah, see, look at that. Kempty's like, okay. So do you see what happened there? Like you could go back and rewatch it. He went to take off and realized the computer realized the timing was going to be off. So then he slowed down and then he did, sped up again. Before the computer wouldn't do anything like that. They just run and miss. Now they still miss, which is good. Like you don't want them hitting everything like 100%, but. JD, what is going on? Brother, I need Walter. Walter and Macho Man Randy Savage are the last two left, but I haven't found a good Macho Man. I'm just not going to download any Macho Man. The one that's in game is the worst Macho Man. Like, I don't even understand how they allow it to happen. That should not be Macho Man's model. Yeah, happy Easter to you too, brother. Walter and Chaos, or Brute and Chaos are about to become a tag team. Yeah, they can. I don't mean they're about to be a tag team now. I mean, they're about to be a tag team in our universe. Look at that. Look at that match right there.
Here is your winner, Ken T. Watson.
Isn't that funny? Like, you think about, like, we own PS4s for what, 6, 7, 8 years? And now people ask me, like, they're like, hey, I'm on PS4. And I'm like, the PS5 is so different in what it does, right? Like, if you were going to do the dishes and it was like steps 1, 2, and 3, on the PS5, it's 47, 926, and 12. Like, it's so different. So then when you try to remember, like, how you did it on the PS4, like, it's tough. That is for sure. I do like Brute. Yep. That is a huge one for Kempty because, like, that is, like, on another level. Kind of like my puppy here, the Bark Squad. She's like, oh, Dad, I need the bankies on it. If you love me, you got to put a bankies on it. Beyonce said he had to put a ring on it, but little Nashy Pants here, you got to put a bankies on it if you love her. And the thing is, I can't even get mad at the dog. I created that, right? I created a monster. Yeah, I like them both. That's cool. I could write some storyline about Walter not being around for a while. Might set up something where Chaos breaks out on his own. You know what I mean? Whenever Walter does show up. Man, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you guys, like, when I get the computer and figure out how the capture card and everything works, right back, that thing right there, you see that little outline of a game? My finger's like going over the top of it, and then there's another one right there. That is Red Dead Redemption for the PlayStation 3 and Red Dead Nightmare for the PlayStation 3. My PlayStation 3 is right over there, and when I can set it up to stream off of the PS3 and the PS5, we were playing Red Dead Redemption. Mm-hmm. One. Yeah, no, and look, and that's if you create a lot of things on this game. I just told my wife this yesterday. I've got a couple hundred hours into this game now. That was my initial shot try at Walter. Like it's still in the early stages, but that's not Walter, and I know it. So trying to create his face, the face paint, no problem, right? But trying to create what's underneath the paint to make it look like Walter, haven't figured it out yet. But that's only about 3 minutes of doing it, and then I got busy doing other things. But yeah, like you go through it and you look at like if we went through and counted how many wrestlers we have, one can't count because Angel did his, but how many I've done? Two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, brute, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Oh, you haven't seen her. 35. Yeah, that'll be interesting. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 70 wrestlers we've done. Now, we've recreated all the looks for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, so JD, since you're here, I fixed KJ's tattoos. I took your ideas. I just I just remapped them so that they fit. And I re-uploaded her. I fixed how you had it how you had the pictures on the outfit, I fixed those too. It's the same pictures. Didn't change anything else. Just all the mapping that was done of the images, just fixed them. Speaking of tattoos, I fixed Dave's tattoos. And I did Dave's tattoos. And then I fixed them. Look at this. This is on another level. It's hard to see, but right up underneath his chest is another tattoo. So that's two tattoos on the front. But it really looks like one, especially from a distance. We moved the tattoo on his face so that it didn't go over his eye. I just didn't like it, but I really like this. Looks better, I think. Then the one on his back and the one on his arms. We got him to cross at the right point, but it just looks like it flows seamlessly together. You can tell right here there's a little overlap, but from a distance, you can't. So then if we go in, we can go in and look at Brute. Although you're going to see part of this is the left thing is a future thing that's going to happen. But if we go into appearance, that should pop off the mask. Yeah, so this is what I did to figure out how to do but I couldn't remember Walter's hair, which was part of the other problem. But I did this to figure out um, the face paint. Like if it was multiple things that were being used, and then I had to figure out that, okay, the red is actually like a blood red. Yeah, I'll let you guys fight each other. I don't know if JP has ever seen Brute in the ring. So there's a thing you can do with Brute's tattoos. I'm not going to change Brute's tattoos because they work, right? There's a thing that you can do with his tattoos, and it has to do with the mapping. So I don't know if you're on PlayStation or not, but if you are, when you get a tattoo on, I'm not going to do it on that one. I'm going to just show you. Uh, let's do it on the legs. It'll make more sense if I show you on the legs. We're not going to leave them on the legs, but it wouldn't matter. You can't even see them. Not scars. I don't need scars. Left leg tattoo. So, and this is for everybody that's doing tattoos. Let's find a tattoo. Something that makes sense. Okay. So you have your tattoo, right? You can get it, but you see when you get to here, see how it tears? Right there? See how it's no longer, and it's on this side it's tearing, so that means I have to bring it clear back to here. That's the first place. Right there starts to tear. No, right there. Yeah, so I could get it this big without it tearing, unless I move it this way. See, when I move it this way, now it's tearing. So all I do is I go and I push R3. Okay, it changes the mapping. Now look at this. Now it's not tearing. Now, this has its own issues too, right? But I could run this all the way up into here. So I click on it. Yeah, we're not gonna keep this, but we come back in here again, and I could do one of two things. I could come back down to the same tattoo and do that, right? Or I could find another one that's like the same type of shape. See how that shape is? Longer. So I come in here with this type of shape and I apply this one. I switch the mapping up again. And now I just have to be careful where I'm going to do this at. So now if I could do it this way, I could do it that way right there. I can make sure that I have on boots so that you don't see, and knee pads. Like if that was going to be like just his bottom part. And then the other thing is the opacity. So you come in here, like that's too dark. The other one is too. But you come up here and you find, okay, that matches better with the skin. That looks more like that's too dark on that side. That looks cartoony. This side, and look, it's not a huge difference. It's a difference of 8. But now this looks like tattoos on the body. This looks like, I don't know. Looks like somebody drew with a pen. Right? So that's one of the things. That's the thing I went in with KJ. I just went in, I changed the mapping, we fixed a few things. I think I had to add a tattoo in there to bridge a gap, but it was all fine. Now, use them both, but see, I could tell right here we didn't do it because you've got the tearing right there. However, on Brute it kind of works. And see, it's hard because at this point, like if you went in here, let's say we went torso tattoo, images, custom images, and we use the one that you use, right? It's still tough because if we came down here to try to bridge this gap, we bridged the gap, right? But it just doesn't look right. It now looks like we just put it there because we had to. And it's overlapping, and so then we try to make it smaller. So that's why when I was going in with like even KJ, I couldn't bridge the gaps. So what I did is I just backed out the whole thing, changed the mapping, and then it covers the whole body right there. So, yeah, but that is Brute. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'll change it back, but not a big deal. Yeah, okay, JD. Clash at the Castle, one of my favorite ones. All right, let's see Brute take on JP, who JP is our smallest wrestler. So Brute right now, without Walter, is one of our biggest wrestlers. There we go. This is actually a super cool entrance, though.
Making his way to the ring, standing at 7 feet tall, weighing in at 488 pounds, the Monster, Brute.
It's so weird, though. Like, I don't know why. I hope they, like, kind of fix it, but I don't know why. I'd have to watch the actual Boogeyman's entrance to see why, like, the clock looks like it's this far away from the face. You know what I mean? But for Brute, like, this is an entrance that makes sense. I love to, like, in this particular arena, like, all the arenas have their special thing where the dragon will come in and he blows, right, and it blows the names of the wrestlers on there. Crazy. I don't know if you heard it, how big Brute is, but he's a big boy. So the biggest versus the smallest should be interesting. Really? The Discord posts say you don't have permission to see him? That's weird. Here's the bad thing. I don't know enough about Discord. Like I made what I could make, and then I couldn't figure it out from there. So I was like, ugh. I'll try to figure it out though. I'll have time this week. I'll sit down, see if we can't figure it out the old Discord.
And his opponent from Salt Lake City, Utah, weighing in at 177 pounds.
There's like a 300-pound discrepancy between these two wrestlers. Let's see, 177, a 220-pound discrepancy. Yeah, it's funny because I thought I did that, but maybe I messed it up and put some of the wrong things. Maybe I clicked the wrong button or something. And now it's been a minute. Now I've got to go back and watch videos again to try to do that. I don't mess a whole bunch with the Discord. You're talking about the shorts? That's the thing I like about the game. Like you look at, like JP goes up and hits him with a knee, right? Except Brute's a big boy, so like it knocks Brute back, but it doesn't knock him off his feet. You know, it takes a lot more to do that. Like the game has got that kind of thing right. What in the good God is that? I'm pretty sure if somebody brute size did that to anybody on the planet, they would die. It looks like JP's trying to ride a horse for real. I know, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, Brute's like nightmare fuel. Walter's no better. That is out of control. See, there's like certain things. Like if Brute was flying off the top rope, that is not going to happen. But like so far, the moves that we've seen, so far they've made sense. So now Brute split open, JP split open. What? That is crazy. But see, this is the weird thing. If you guys play GM mode, like I had never played GM mode. If you played GM mode, you'll understand why that happened. It's not that the little guy always wins, but the little guys versus the big guys are the best matches. Like, that's what the game wants to see for whatever reason, which it should be rare, right? But I don't know. You put somebody in a move like that, I could see why that happened. You know what I mean? I might have to have you help me, McWayne. Especially if you understand it. Yeah, that's true. Like, you beat 3 giants. Like, it'll be interesting to see what happens inside universe mode, because that would be a thing. You know what I mean? Where all of a sudden then you'd start building the momentum. Like right now, we're not in universe mode. So like outside of it, you're not building that same momentum, but you're beating them. Like, that is crazy. If that happens, I wonder if that's even a thing. Look at that. You start beating them in universe mode, you could be called the Giant Killer. You could earn the nickname. You got to do it in universe mode, though. You start doing that, though, we will assign you the nickname Giant Killer. That's how Jane became the Legend Killer. So, let me just see. Hold on. I need Ozzy and Miss Scorpion, so let's see if there's any more. See if there's 2 more. I need their entrances. Need Allison's. I mean, technically, we need Blazes too. Okay, so we'll do a 4-way match with the women real quick, because we need their entrances. Let's do it in the Japan arena. We haven't got to see this. So, see, who's the other one we said? Well, that'll show you how. This is the new one. A Scorpion. There we go. No, like, I'm going to tell you, like, you would think that it would matter. The ratings matter very little in this game. So, Roman Reigns 99 doesn't matter. What does matter more than any of it is the moves and the move sets, and then how the moves play out in the match. So I watch all the time 75 people beat the 99s in the game, because the move sets that they have work right, and then the way it happened in the game, they line up the right way at the right time, and it drops them down faster.
Making her way to the ring from Mount Olympus, Blaze Burnstorm.
So Blaze Burnstorm, like one of the Fallen, have 3 characters in it, and she's one of them. Now, you can see with all of the Fallen, we have recently just changed them all up. We got new logos and things that go with them, so we just updated all their attires yesterday. See, sometimes less is more with the smoke.
And her opponents, first from the Queen City, the Captain, Oxley.
Now that's another one. Like we haven't seen a whole lot of Ozzy, but you know when we look at like her character model, probably one of the more like photorealistic looking characters we've made this year. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, Jaden is.
Huntsville, Alabama, Allison Wagner.
Now, the interesting thing too this year was last year Allison was a part of the NWO, but the NWO women's faction moved on to Raw to join with the men's faction, right? Allison stayed back, and so then she basically has left the NWO. Or has she? Don't know, but yeah, JP's the manager. Nice. What's funny is Allison is actually my sister-in-law. And her husband
Osaka, Miss
is Jace.
Scorpion.
Look at the new entrance. So we got a new logo. It's on the back of her jacket. This is how the entrance attire kind of came about a little bit. And the gold scorpion on the front as well. And kind of the glowing glasses. Oh man, that's not good. Well, that's the only thing that's kind of scary, JD. Like, that could get the channel in some trouble saying that we have a 15-year-old wrestler wrestling adults. So I don't know that we could do that, honestly. I'd have to wait a couple years for KJ. I mean, 18 would be the youngest wrestler too, but that would be an adult. as this content is not made for kids. Kids can watch it, of course, but it's just not, doesn't have them in mind. That is the box that gets checked. So, on Miss Scorpion, you can see it on the back of her thing, the legacy. That's one thing, and you know, like, they're the legacy of Sting. That's the backstory of the women. What else is interesting about this, too, is what's made this year's, like, creation so nice is it's gone back to, like, the 2K19 style of doing this, where we can now have tall wrestlers again that don't weigh, you know, 1 million pounds. Like, so they could be 7 foot tall, and then they could only weigh, like, you know, 200 pounds, 220 pounds, you know, whatever it is, which is nice. Because it's the same in the women's division. So before, like, we could really only have certain height of women in the women's division, because otherwise they all had to, they were big monsters, or they were all like super tiny. So that was the way 22 was set up, and now the way 23 is set up is different, where no, you can have different heighted models, you can have different body style models, and I mean character models, but you can have the different body styles, different heights, different weights. So that should provide a little bit more variety. But on the flip side of that, to keep everybody realistically in line, it also, we have to be careful with that too. Like, I don't need, you know, some of them that are out of control. We're not, this is probably, we're nearing the end of the stream. Kind of freaks me out a little bit when you say she's 15. Like, I'm like, I don't know about that. What was Allison doing there? That was kind of a weirdish move there. Looked like she was going to do something else and then, like, stopped in the middle. Look at that. We've seen that move before, but we haven't seen it from very many people. There is a match that's going to get released. I don't think it's tomorrow. I think it's Wednesday, where the first, like, 2 major moves of the match, and these are 4-way matches, are done perfectly in sync, like on opposite sides of the ring. You know, the match first starts off, both of them, almost like it was planned. It's pretty funny. And that's the other thing, too. You're watching some of these wrestlers. Like, if you watch Ozzy, she does this one particular move quite a bit. So I gotta look into that. Like, why is she doing that move so much? It's a submission hold that she does. Yeah, that is true. Very true. Yeah, I'm about to start getting ready for work. 16, that's still like, that's not 18. That's the problem. What a crazy camera shot. So, like, it's got them zoomed in, and they're fighting, and they're fighting, and they're fighting. And then all of a sudden, Ozzy comes and gets smashed into the stairs, like, just like the frame's like right over here, right? It's pretty funny. See, that was a reversal that we haven't seen before either. Like, there are some reversals that I've been seeing in some of these matches that there's a lot of them. It's not a couple. You guys, when you see the match that Ozzy's in, either Tuesday or Friday or Wednesday or Friday, remember this. She went out, like, relatively quick. She was the first one out. And this is going to be a good example of succession of moves. That it's not so much the rating. It is the rating's got something to do with it, but it's like very little. But the moves that she just got put in the right order knocked her down far enough to get pinned. Whereas had she not been pinned there and had a little bit of time to recover, she would have been fine. Like, she might have come back and won the whole match. So it's interesting where the AI logic is, like where the wrestlers pick their spots. The girl with Sting makeup, with Sting's baseball bat. Solid. And that's the other neat thing. They can taunt now with weapons. They use them about 3 or 4 times. They'll usually get rid of it. Yeah, I don't think KJ. See, 2 years KJ could be on our show then. In 1 year Omega can. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't realize that. So good news is we don't even have to worry about the tattoos anymore. Oh, that's cool. That's super cool, Jade. Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because you can look at a real, like, Sarai is what she goes by now. Like, she was young. Now, she wasn't on TV until whenever, but yeah, she had lied about her age to even get the tryouts with the WWE. You know, people are like in the movies, they're like, oh my God, we love that. But in real life, they did not love that. Look at the determination. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause I get it, JD. Completely get it. But yeah, it's not even something where I'm going to mess with. That's why, too, if you guys notice, I don't mess with any love stories or love interests in the thing. Like, I know in real life that's probably there, but not in this wrestling universe. I just don't mess with any of that stuff. There's plenty of other stories. But that is a crazy move to get Miss Scorpion. Like, I wonder if that was her... I didn't see it. I wonder if that was Blaze Burnstorm's... It wasn't her finisher. I wonder if it was something... her signature move, maybe. Yeah, or if you've got somebody who's 18, like you've created, maybe they could be in there for a little while. Who knows? Ah, that would put a quick end to anybody's night right there. See, I think Allison was like, whoa, I saw the pile driver. Let's roll that leg. Picks out with authority, though. So that's the move right there, and I think that's her finisher move. That's the move that ended Ozzy's night, and it also ends Miss Scorpion's night. Yeah, I like all the new Fallen like logos. Very interesting. What's funny, you can play this match 4 times, and 4 times a different person will win. You know what I mean? Because it's all how the match unfolds and how it goes, and that's what I like about our universe mode. There's like a bunch of parity in our own universe mode to where I do practice shows sometimes. Like before we do the actual show, I'll set up the show, make sure it's what I wanted. Not the outcomes. I can't control the outcomes, but make sure that that's how I wanted it to go. Like especially if it's a new match type. A couple times I've done new match types live on stream, and it has not worked out. So I try to, and I don't do it all the time, but I'll do like a run through typically of the show sometimes. Out of 22 episodes, I'll probably do about 5 times in the 22 episodes. Anyway, but you'll watch those episodes, those 5 episodes, and the match will come down a certain way. Then when we do it live, it's completely different. Like the whole match unfolds differently, just completely different. Like right there, this match would be different had Allison hit her with that sledgehammer. But Blaze caught it in time. Oh, here it is. Now, that's the first time she's done it in the ring. And she didn't go straight into the pin. Didn't matter, though. So Allison ends up winning on her finishing move, but she did it 2 on the outside, straight into the pin, and then the one on the inside did it slightly different. Did it, but didn't go for the pin and then went for the pin. So, interesting. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Just, we do it for fun. It's a good time. Dang, 5-star rated match. That is interesting. Yeah, I don't need anybody coming in here doing the, saying all the stuff, doing the thing. Yeah, we don't need that. Maybe make KJ's mom. We'll put KJ's mom in. Then in 2 years, we'll put KJ in. Or maybe somehow miraculously she ends up having 2 birthdays or something. I don't know. 18 in the States, that is adult age. That's what they say. Whether I agree with it or not, doesn't matter. That's the law. So, in Alabama, it's actually 19. Figure that one out. Where you can enter into a legal contract. So, yeah. Yep. So, I think for the most part, we're pretty much ready to go. All I'm doing is doing the final tweaks in universe mode with the tag. Now, how many of you have the game and went and did what I did in stream to fix universe mode? How many of you went through the time of doing that, and how long did it take, if anybody did it? That's probably good. But it's already too late. You see high school kids running around with vape pens. Really? It's so funny. I remember back to when and I recently quit dipping. I dipped from the time I was 14 all the way up until 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, really. But it's just I wish I wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? So, and now that I've quit, I'm like, God, I can't believe I was doing that stuff. But yeah, I was like, I can't believe why was I even doing it? You know what I mean? But you get addicted to the stuff, and I'm going to tell you, nicotine's probably worse than heroin. I don't mean as far as the drug goes, but as far as trying to get off of it, oh man, it was horrendous. I've watched drug intervention programs where I think they went through less than that. And it's one of the hardest things to get off of, and especially now, you chemically change the composition of your body. Like now it's dependent upon this thing that you've introduced into the system. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just it's not as they make it seem like glamorous or this or that or I was a big baseball player. Baseball players dipping, they're spitting tobacco. You know? Yeah. Maybe she had the wrong birth certificate. Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like it is a colossal waste of money. Like I had to have like 2 cans of Copenhagen a week. That's 8 cans at $5. Like, jeez Louise. Like it starts adding up. Now when I first started doing it, it was like $1.12, $1.12. Next thing you know, it's all this stuff. So yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I totally get why people get hooked on the cigarettes and get hooked on the thing like I was like for years and years and years. Now I'm not, and I wish I wouldn't have been, but it is what it is. The bad thing about the vapes in a lot of ways are worse than the cigarettes because with cigarettes your body will finally like start rejecting like, oh, too much, too much. With vapes they don't. So it's easy to OD on nicotine, which is a thing. Didn't know if you guys know that, but it is. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I think, guys, Kelly Kidman, that's going to be an interesting one. I think that is going to do it because I also have to get ready for work. But we made some changes. Strudel wanted a haircut. We got him a haircut. Can delete him. So we're going to end up with 5 slots. So we have 5 open slots. 2 of them, one of them has got to be for Walter whenever that comes about, and then one of them is for Randy Savage when the right model comes. Let's see if we can. I don't know if we got time, but if there was a time to look, it'd be this time. So if the stream crashes, guys, I appreciate everything you guys done. Peace out, gotcha. But hopefully it doesn't crash. Let's see what we can do. But just in case, yeah. See if it's been this long, back out of Community Creations because it'll crash the thing. You don't have to back out this far, hit the button too many times. But all right, guys, that is going to do it for today. I appreciate everything you guys have done. John Wick pin. Go check those guys out. Spikes EDC and Custom Shop. And I think it's called John Wick 2.0 Pencil. So, but yeah, I hope everybody has a good day. Look, tomorrow I'm traveling, so we won't be live streaming. But here in another 36 minutes starts the 3 releases today. It's going to be Bama. He's the first one up. Bama boy is the first one up on that. Let's see if I can. So Bama, I know I said it earlier. Then Danny Lads and then T Jones. So that's a pretty strong lineup. I'm going to tell you the day to beat is I thought it was going to be yesterday. Cecil all of a sudden got off to a strong start, 1,700 views in the first hour. But right now, the day before, you had SC Jumpman, 1,800 views. You have Milkman at 1,100 views. And then Sentinel, I think he even jumped up because it was like 100 or, yeah, it was like 187, I think, or 172 because Strudel got 178 yesterday. And then Sentinel now has 445. So these, like, they take off, at different times. So anyway, that'll be the three for today. Starting tomorrow, since we're not doing live streams, we will have the live at least Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll have one preseason match. That'll be 1 hour after the first short drop. So that way, there'll still be content on the channel throughout the week. So yeah. I know, like those views, like typically on this channel, we should be getting 50 views. Even our live streams get more than that. So guys. It's not me. It's us, which is super super cool. I appreciate all of that stuff. So anyway, we will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.